Now like to invite Anne Murray, Vice President, Environment and Community Affairs, to give her presentation.
Thank you, Mary. The mission of the Airport Authority starts with the words, "to serve our community." And this is what drives our approach to operating the airport. It's a sustainability approach, integrating the environmental, the social, the economic, and governance aspects of our business. We know that aircraft noise is an important community issue, and in January 2012, the Airport Authority opened Canada's first ground run-up enclosure. This $12 million investment is really helping to reduce noise from engine run-ups. I want to start by thanking the aircraft operators. These are the people who maintain propeller aircraft on the south side of the airport, and they've been incredibly diligent over the past year in ensuring that all their high-powered engine run-ups at night occur within the facility. We've had over 1,400 engine run-ups in the new structure in the first full year of operation. And it's working. We measured the noise before, so without the structure, and then we measured the noise with an aircraft operating in it. And what we found was a 20 decibel reduction in aircraft noise for our neighbors. So it's over 50% quieter for people who live near the airport. What's really important here is that many people work together to make this work so well, especially members of our Noise Management Committee. Those people had talked about the need for the run-up enclosure. They participated in the site selection, in the preliminary design of the structure, and really now get to help see the benefits of it. I notice here we have a few people from the Noise Management Committee, so I do want to thank them specifically and all the other members of the committee who aren't here with us today. The committee itself is very diverse. We have citizens from Vancouver, Richmond, Delta, Surrey, as well as industry partners and government agencies represented on it. And so those Noise Management Committee members provide input into all aspects of our noise management program. We also work directly with pilots and airlines to reduce noise impacts. Last month, we announced the winners of the YVR Fly Quiet Awards. Now, the goal of these awards is to raise awareness of noise issues and encourage our airline partners to fly community-friendly. There are 3 categories based on aircraft size. So the winner in the wide-body jets was Japan Airlines. WestJet took the prize for the narrow-body jets, and congratulations go out to Jazz for winning the propeller category. We're really proud of all the pilots who fly quiet at YVR. We also have detailed operating procedures and restrictions in place to reduce aircraft noise. Now, we know that our neighbors can be bothered when we modify where and when and how the aircraft fly, so we let people know in advance if we're making any changes to that. There are going to be 3 changes this summer that will affect our normal runway usage. The south runway is typically used 24 hours a day. To allow for important construction and maintenance, we're going to be closing the runway at night from July 7th to August 30th. So during this time, all the aircraft will land and take off on the north runway between the hours of 9 p.m. and 7 a.m. We also have a major construction project to fix the old sections of the domestic terminal, and that means a temporary change to our preferential runway routings. And just like we did in 2006 and 2007, there's going to be daytime departures on the north runway in addition to the regular arrival operations, so that when we're busy during peak periods, we're going to be using that to help reduce delays for passengers. We'll be notifying the public and have details available on our website. As Mary mentioned in our notice about this meeting, we invited the public to submit questions in advance. And we received one question about aircraft operations over Surrey. And there are no changes planned to either the number of aircraft or their routings in that area. Now, supporting our community means much more than just addressing noise. We ensure we proactively communicate, consult, and participate. We connect with people in many ways, in person, at local events, on our website, through our newsletter, Facebook, Twitter. And also, we have a popular school program where we bring elementary students out to YVR to experience the airport firsthand. There are a number of terrific organizations doing great things in our community. Some of them focus on young First Nations artists, like our YVR Art Foundation. And we support the foundation and other groups through direct donations and partnerships. When you came into the terminal today, you would have seen fantastic street banners. And these were created by a First Nations artist living in Haida Gwaii, who was one of the 2 winners of our new banner contest run jointly by the Airport Authority and the Art Foundation. In 2012, the Airport Authority became the provincial sponsor of the Great Canadian Shoreline Cleanup. We had a lovely sunny day out at Iona Beach, where I was joined by a number of other volunteers from the airport to pick up rubbish and debris and help clean up this important environmentally sensitive area. Spinal Cord Injury BC is an organization that we work with on barrier-free initiatives. Together with our airport partners, we created online tools, videos, and an experiential tour that assists people with spinal cord injury prepare for air travel. Environmental excellence is another important component of a sustainable airport. We have a comprehensive environmental management plan with clear priorities. These are to reduce our waste production, our energy consumption, and our emissions, educate and raise awareness on environmental issues, and continuously improve our environmental performance in all areas. In 2012, we were successful at reducing the amount of garbage going to landfill. We recycled 38% of the waste here in the terminals, and that includes the familiar items like paper and cans and plastic that you can put in the bins that are out here in the public area used by the passengers, as well as all these unique items like wood pallets, batteries, fluorescent tubes. And so we've got programs in place for all of those types of materials. And we're very proud of our construction recycling, where 99% of our construction debris last year was either reused here on the airport, elsewhere, or recycled. And now we're turning our efforts to organic materials, developing and expanding a program to divert them from landfill. Reducing our emissions requires a multi-pronged approach, looking at our vehicle fleet, equipment, operations, procedures. One area we focused on was to make it safer and easier for those who want to get out of their cars and bike to the airport. So we built new bike paths on Grant McConaughey Way, Inglis Drive, and the North Service Road. And they're working well for both our commuters, the clean commuters, as well as recreational riders. Now, environmental excellence is really an airport-wide goal. And I want to recognize and thank the people and organizations at YVR for all their support. Harbour Air was the winner of our 2012 YVR Clear Skies Award for environmental improvements. And Harbour Air is the first carbon-neutral airline in North America and is an active participant in environmental events like Bike to Work Week and Earth Day. And members of our Environmental Advisory Committee, who represent local groups, governments, industry, First Nations, deserve a lot of credit too. I just came from a workshop with the Environmental Advisory Committee where they're starting to look at what kinds of actions we need to be taking in the future. And 2013 in that regard is a very exciting year as we're reinvigorating our approach to sustainability by developing new environmental and noise management plans. We're identifying specific initiatives for the next 5 years to help propel us forward towards becoming a sustainable airport. We're looking for input from the people who work at YVR, passengers, volunteers, and the public. So you can go onto our website and tell us what environmental issues you're concerned about and what you think we should be doing about them. Sustainability is everybody's business, so please submit your suggestions. With that, I'll turn it back over to Mary.